There is a purpose to everything, and everything is part of something bigger, which in turn is part of something even bigger, conforming a chain and reaching towards the infinite. The Big Bang was a musical tone, and music is ever present in songs, structures that form like snowflakes, all equal but uniquely their own. Humanity fell to the hole with Holocaust and atomic bombs. From the dust formed a rock, it was round and it started to roll. Soon it became a religion, only funnier and more mysterious. There were kings and revelations and new quartets proclaiming them from stadiums. The radical message electrified, a collective hooked up by a satellite. They said all you need is love, through waves it was sent like peace doves. War is over if you want it, their message said in Helvetica black and white adverts. They were using the force of the markets, planting seeds that would grow like flowers. Then reality struck like lightning, and soon after the dream was shattered. Distortion sounded appropriate and songs started to show rage. Hope disappeared for millions, for all of those working class heroes. The truth was sung in the face of the false royal embrace. Disillusion had won the great battle. Even singers became their own shadows. And when it all was about to erode, along came one more of those fours. A quartet is, it seems, what is needed every time that the earth starts to crack. And these ones, they just took it so serious, their talent was mostly their heart. New music they made with delay, and good voice was also in there. Like boys, they searched for the light. The stage was their paradise. Without shame, they waved the white flag and sang for the rebels to start involving themselves in the world with no weapons. Guitars are the swords. Sing no more, no more, no more of the pain, the hunger, the war. Music revealing the mission, the purpose we have in this world. Because there is a purpose to everything, and everything is part of something bigger, which in turn is part of something even bigger, conforming a chain and reaching towards the infinite. Even though a little more serious, they became as fabulous as the previous, even better than the real thing, voice of a generation some people see. They arrived at the height of their power, chopping down a generation of flowers. With success came money and fame. They became preachers, stealing more wealth. There is no escape when confronting a real and menacing monster. And they dealt with it as they traveled in those same stadiums, becoming their own shadows. A fly sticking out to the wall, a dancing devil with horns, when they were really only transforming tensions that were like black holes. And as they played their plot to the crowd, it became clear like the sun and the clouds. They were weaving their way to the light. The same soul with a different mask. And as they remembered their task, current wars they didn't forgot, and stopped shows with satellite links to watch people about to decease. Images passing, cold blood in your face, want it or not, they made you embrace. Deeper and deeper, it was all very heavy, tragicomic release at the ending with Elvis. They say that it was the Sgt. Pepper of shows. When pivoting directions, the legends grow. And when everyone thought it was time to go home, they still felt the need to explore the black hole. The biggest TV in the history of the planet, it grew and it grew and it couldn't grow further. Apocalyptic climax of history exploding, it was like the end of the world as we know it. They fell down through rock and roll's crack and then broke through to the other side. They got back to where they once belonged, to the end of the long and winding road, standing naked as nature intended. The the smile returning to the faces. Family gathered at the foot of the fire, elevation of hearts that fulfill their desire. When it ends, it begins a beautiful day. Now here comes the sun, let's do it again, because there is a purpose to everything, and everything is part of something bigger, which in turn is part of something even bigger, conforming a chain, reaching towards the infinite. An encounter of friends is the spark that is always there at the start. It just happens without any planning, as it's written up there in the planets. Many spring that want to be giants, others can, but reject their own talent. The crown is for hearts who can reach to the moon. Many seeds fall, but only one blooms. An eon passed since the first rock roll. Spin the wheel of the black vinyl circle is now pressing play in a phone. Revolution of digits, mathematical codes. Ones and zeros at the speed of light. Friends connected, sending millions of files. Can't stop sharing, thirsty for music. Innocent thieves that don't pay for each unit. An army of clicks is the new Armageddon that left corporations standing in the station. They kept looking backwards when the train was coming. They didn't have faith. They couldn't jump on it. So now everything is in disarray. Some say the rock is not even rolling today. What's the purpose of it anyway? The reason to exist of a quartet. It has been such a winning formula. Up and down, right to left, guitar, voice, drums and bass, like the 4 elements of the DNA. 1 billion 3-minute hit songs, 3 chords and 1 melting truth, spreading like a contagious virus, too many tunes to choose. And where has all this taken? As if the new rock stars are all now in tech. That's where the money can be made. Will the Hall of Fame ever be the same? And to whom does it matter anyway, the saving of the human race? If after all, we are so small, we live 100 years and with the blink of an eye, we're gone. But I am here to say there's a new universe exploding, and there are new types of rocks as of right now forming. An angel building the equation has the language of the new creations. Look, up there, look, a window in the sky, it opened. A spaceship with the driver and 4 horses awaits for the master to command the reins. So elevate your art, elevate the stakes, because there is a purpose to everything, and everything is part of something bigger, which in turn is part of something even bigger, conforming a chain, reaching towards the infinite.